Hey, this is Joel with T-Box Tested, and today we're not on the golf course, we are in the den. And that's because summer is starting to wind down and we're looking forward to our first cold weather golf trip of the season as things cool down in our area. We head to a warmer area, maybe get to play some golf, and you need one of these when you travel. A travel bag to cover your clubs, keep everything safe. And for the last couple trips, I've used this one here from CaddyDaddy. This is their Constrictor model. Now they did send this to me to review, but I have no relationship with the company and they're not paying me for this video. So just thought I'd give you an insight on how this works, because from the reviews I've seen, this is one of the most affordable, high quality travel bags there are that is soft-sided. There's really two different types, those that are more like flight cases, all hard shell, and then those that are soft-sided. So I thought this would be a good place to start because a lot of you are looking for an affordable way to take your clubs around without breaking the bank. And this one is just over $100, so you really can't beat that. So let's take a look at the Constrictor. First off, I'll just kind of show you the outside with the straps and the handles. They obviously have this handle right here in the middle, and it feels like there's a lot of support around the back side of this bag so that when you pick it up from here, everything just kind of works. So you have a handle in the middle, you got a handle in the back so you can pick it up, kind of give it a heave into the back of a car. And then you also have the same style handle here on the front. If you're just pulling and dragging it across the airport, they're kind of hard rubber on top of a cloth handle, and they're reinforced with stitches and grommets. And it does have two wheels on the back here, two rollerblade style wheels. And I like the way that they move. They don't just kind of run really loose, but they're not super tight either. Some reinforcements on the bottom, and especially hard shell reinforcements down here where it's gonna get a lot of use and see a lot of mileage. So pretty easy. I don't need to demonstrate or really show you the rolling function, but grab it by the top handle. It does roll around pretty nicely through the airport. So up here, you've got two straps that just kind of ensure that your clubs are all nice and snug inside here. You don't want to leave anything flopping around, and if you put some extra padding in there, I'm sure that's okay. These are big old buckles, and what I normally do is loosen them all the way up, clasp them together, and then tighten them down within reason. We don't want to get crazy with that, but they have two, one that's more up by the clubs and one that's down here by the bag. All right, so as we open these up here, we can get into the bag itself, unvelcro our strap, and I'll show you that I do have my travel carry bag in here. These are large zippers, just big, hefty zippers. They don't feel like they're gonna catch. They don't feel cheap. That's an important part of the golf bag. And where the zippers come together, we have a nice little locking mechanism where you could stick a TSA approved lock in there. I never really do that because I'm not that worried about what could happen. If someone needs my clubs, they're gonna take them anyway. So we unzip these bad boys all the way down to the bottom, and across the top we can access our clubs. And I like to stand things up so you can easily pull them out. I'll also show you that on the inside, we have an extra padding along the top where your clubs are. You'll see foam inside this pocket up here. I'd say about an inch of foam up here, so it's nice and padded. You only have that up to where the club heads are, things like that. But if we just go ahead and pull the bag out here, you'll see I have my full driver in there. Haven't removed anything. And this is the bag that I typically carry on trips. I'll use a cart bag at home, but then I'll use more of a carry bag when I get there. So just real quickly, let me show you the inside of this bag, and then I'll show you how to load it back up. But this is the inside, and technically they do have an additional strap that goes around your bag once it's inside. I've never really used that, but this would be around your bag itself once you're in there. You can clasp that together. Just all about keeping everything nice and firm inside here so it doesn't go anywhere, doesn't shift, doesn't break anything. So essentially what you want to do when you're loading this up, because it is a soft-sided bag, is just take the foot of your bag and place it in first. So again, if we want to put this around our clubs, we unbuckle it, foot of your bag in first, kind of work it in, and then maybe come around and check this out. You would take your internal strap. There we go, our internal strap, and just place it around your bag. That keeps it from falling out. Now you're connected. And once you have your clubs inside the bag, that's when this guy here, they call this the North Pole. Get it? It's a pole, and it's really gonna protect your driver and your longer clubs, among other things. It's essentially a telescoping pole that you can adjust to several different lengths right here. You press these little nubs, you can adjust them to wherever you need them to be. And the idea is you want this to be just a little bit longer than your longest club, and you place it inside your bag. This little top here screws and unscrews, so when you get it, you can screw this top off here. But this just kind of goes here. And what this little umbrella does is it protects your longest clubs by keeping them from being pressed down on. Could break a shaft, could damage a head. So what you do is take this and put it in your bag. I put it up here next to my driver and just kind of let it sit like this all the way on the bottom of the bag. And you see it's just longer than the driver. And that's gonna protect that driver. So when we pull this bag over top here, if anything presses on the top of this bag, it's gonna be pressing on the North Pole and not my driver head. That's important. And I think anybody that puts their clubs in a travel bag should have one of these. So you can buy this in a package with it. Highly recommend you do that. Just zip things up. Go ahead and put your straps on. One up top, one down below, and you are absolutely good to go. There is one extra feature on this bag that I didn't realize until I was getting ready to go. Normally, I shove my shoes inside the main compartment with my bag. I have a shoe bag that kind of separates them, but I put them in the main compartment. But I didn't realize it has these awesome shoe pockets that are so large that you could probably put both shoes in one, but I put a shoe on each side. So let me grab a pair of shoes to show you that. All right, here we are. So you've got one shoe. In fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and put both of these in here to show you, yeah? You can put a pair of shoes on each side. So extra shoes with you. You got one pocket on here, one pocket on this side. And these are big enough to fit a pair of shoes by themselves. My guess is this is meant to be like one shoe per side, something like that. Stick it in there. And you do have two zippers on both of these in case you wanted to, again, put a TSA approved lock on them. But for my money, having your shoes separated like that is a really great feature because it just allows you to keep the smell and the stinking dirt on your shoes off of your bag and out and separated. That's always kind of nice. You've also got your luggage label right here, your luggage label window. And then they give you a couple of these for the sides. I have my label on here so I won't turn it around, but these attach to any handle you want. They're nice and hard, and the nice thing is they're different colors, so you can know, hey, I have the black bag with the blue tag, that's me. Again, this is a really easy bag to maneuver around. It's kept my clubs really safe. It doesn't add a lot of weight. I can carry my shoes with me, and I'm really excited to continue using this because there's nothing worse than having your travel bag lead to a failure in your clubs or just having something break along the way. It's got high quality wheels, lots of protection. I don't worry about it when I'm traveling. I just know it's gonna work and keep my clubs safe. So that's just been my experience. Again, this is the CaddyDaddy Constrictor. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can check it out for yourself. As always, my name is Joel. This is T-Box Tested, and I'll see you in the next video.